Sketching a gradient function for a given function. If we are given the graph of a function, we should be able to produce a sketch of the gradient function showing the important features. For example, let's suppose we have this graph here. And what we want to do is draw the gradient function down here. Now this point that popped in here is a minimum point. And we know that at a minimum point, the gradient is 0. So on the sketch of the gradient function, we should mark the point on the axis here. Now there's a maximum point here. We should do the same with that. So we've marked the 2 points where the gradient is 0 by putting 0 on the gradient function graph. Now along here, the gradient is negative. So if we're plotting the gradient function, it should be below the axis. As we go this way, the gradient is getting steeper. It's more negative, so it's going to be further below the axis. So it's going to go something like this. Now between this minimum and the maximum, the gradient is positive. So it's going to be above the axis. Now from 0 it gets steeper, so more positive, and then goes back to 0 again, which is why it has this shape on the gradient function. Then we come across here, and the gradient is negative and gets more negative. It gets steeper as we go down, which is why this is shaped like this. There are various features of curves that we could see, and we need to be able to depict the features of the gradient functions at those points. We will look at this with some examples.